Hello and welcome everyone. This is your weekly reading for the first week of June 2022. I quickly want to thank each and every one of you for supporting my channel. And now let's see what Spirit has in store for you this week. And now, Sagittarius. Welcome. And we have the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Three of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Page of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Cups. So, challenge heavy this week for you, Sagittarius. So that optimistic nature is going to come in very, very handy for you this week. And with your strong challenge cards, it's also going to strike at your sense of discipline, the lack thereof, your free spirit, your freedom-loving nature. It's going to be calling that into question and probably changing you up a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with your Six of Swords. So with the Six of Swords, it's talking about feeling a sense of steady progress and like transition that is necessary is going to be taking place. So like I said, with so much challenge here and already being a bit on the undisciplined side, that Six of Swords is definitely saying that's changing. In order to experience improvement, you have to enact improvement. So improving your sense of discipline this week is going to be happening for you, Sagittarius. We have the Page of Swords as well. And the Page of Swords, again, for that feeling like you want to learn something, learning to be more diplomatic when you're saying something that's truthful. So along with learning something new, being hands-on, being open to apprentice, if you will, to become more familiar with something, you're also going to be learning how to be a little bit more diplomatic in your advice giving, in your day-to-day interactions with people. Diplomacy is going to be something that you are going to work on mastering. It's also asking you to step back and adjust your perception. That will also help you to understand something that you wouldn't normally know about. Help you to temper how you deliver some news, especially something that's difficult to hear, being more empathetic, even though it's a challenge card, it's very strongly speaking to an emotion, because you will have to learn how to deliver bad news or deliver something that's difficult. With your Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles is regarding a rise in status among your peers or an upswing in your enthusiasm, making you more productive in the workplace or in a financial realm. So that, along with your swords that I've already talked about, it definitely says that you might be put in a position where you have to deliver bad news. Like, so maybe you are going to be placed in a position where you do hire and fire. But I didn't finish with your challenge, because we also have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is saying your sense of right timing is going to be very, very important this week, knowing when to stick with something. So the Three of Pentacles, along with those challenge cards, is telling me, yeah, it seems like at work or you're going to be in a position where something new is going to be happening. You are going to be called upon to be the bearer of some bad news. But you're going to be able to rise to the challenge. That Page of Swords says that you are going to be practicing your diplomacy, getting better at being forthright and true, but kind at the same time. That Page of Swords. So, since we've got this challenge, we've talked about your first pentacle, but we also have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is referring to a sense of tranquility and generosity. So you are going to be able to bring tranquility and patience and a sense of peace to people. You'll also have your own personal sense of abundance. And like I said, that calming effect. So the diplomacy, that diplomacy that you're going to be taking on with the Page of Swords, it's going to kind of spill over into your financial realm. Like I said, the Three of Swords, you're going to be able to keep people moving forward. So you might be delivering some bad news. You might be actually just being able to tell the truth, because as we know, the truth is not always positive. It is not always good. So with your Pentacles, it's saying you are going to be able to embody that. You're going to be more diplomatic, and for your own well-being, you will learn how to temper these things and make them easier to more palatable, easier to take. From the other side, the empathy you're going to be exhibiting is very, very strong. That would be speaking to our cups. The Three of Cups, I usually call that the friendship card, but in this case, I'm thinking it's going to be being able to keep yourself at a good place emotionally so that you can be more kind in regard to these things. Because it looks like probably a promotion is happening here somewhere. You're going to be the person who makes some big decisions. You're going to have to reprimand someone, tell them the truth. Like I said, not always a bad thing, but in this case, we know that it's talking about bearing difficult news to hear. Being able to deliver that news in a way that the other person is going to learn from it, is going to be receptive to it. So a positive way to deliver news that may not be so good. And then the King of Cups, actually, you know, that sense of celebration that he brings, that benevolent influence, also a wise and compassionate person. So that just says you are going to become that person. You're going to learn how to deal with that better. And as I said, your optimistic nature is going to come very much into play here. It's going to help you with this. Then you have the Queen of Wands. So your action card is also a queen. So that speaks to a sense of accomplishment, optimism again. So the Queen of Wands has that optimistic action. So, and also someone who you would turn to for advice. So that means that you will probably become very, very adept. You'll be very good at doing this, to the point where people will seek you out to get some good advice from someone who's kind and shows that warmness that's necessary to be a good deliverer of bad news. Let's just call it what it is, bad news. You're going to be very good at doing that, very good at delivering it, making people feel like there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So this is a very good thing to be able to do. And it sounds like it's going to be at work. So I'm seeing a promotion somewhere here for you in the very near future, Sagittarius. It's going to put you in a position where you're going to have to sharpen your diplomacy and your compassion, and be someone who, even though you are an authority figure, someone who people are not afraid to approach. So that's a very good thing. And this week is the beginning of your journey. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Thank you for joining me. And I invite you to tune in for my Weekend Energy show, which airs this Thursday. And as always, essentially, we all have a divine purpose. Embrace the universe and live your dream. Until next week, here's wishing you health, prosperity, and positive relationships. Farewell to you all.